Hello everybody, David here. Welcome to episode 10 of my noob Let's Play series. So we're still on potions, because why not? We've still got gaps. I'm slowly making one of each potion. I won't be using all of them through in the gameplay. I just want to be able to do all of them, just because I can. But there's still 3 spots. I need a rabbit's foot, a way of getting more rabbit's foot. If I want to do the leaping, I think it's leaping, so you can jump higher. And turtle shell, which is Turtle Master's potion. It doesn't sound particularly appealing, but I want to get it so that I've got it. And pufferfish, which is for water breathing, which I will probably use a lot of. Now, the rabbit's feet, that's going to be just walking around with a lead, around my base with a lead, trying to find a rabbit and then dragging them back home. I've made an extra pen. I found one. Once I find one more, we'll have a non-complicated rabbit farm. But both the turtle shell and the pufferfish we can go on an adventure and do. Now, I do have one pufferfish, so I'm going to make, I've already made the orca potions, a water breathing potion, just because that'll help me get it. The only way to really get pufferfish is to swim around with bucket and try and catch them with a bucket. But not only do you risk drowning because you're underwater a lot, you also risk being being poisoned by the pufferfish. These things grow quite quickly, so I'll just keep remembering to do things like this. Oop, I heard the glonk glonk glonk. So I've got a few plans. The exploration episode, we found 2 places. One with the mangroves and one with mesa, badlands. So, and both of them have a warm ocean and beach biomes nearby. So we're going to travel to the nearest one and then the furthest one and see what we can find. I think I've got a boat. I've got some leads in case I do see rabbits. Potion of water breathing, and a bunch of buckets. Obviously also golden boots to be in the nether. And silk touch, because to get the turtles, you can just breed the turtles and then guard the eggs. It's easier to breed the turtles, take the eggs, and then establish a safe space to farm them. So once I find wherever they are, we'll get some eggs, and then I think we might settle them in the mesa. There's actually a big sandy area next to the mesa, so we can have the turtle breeding place there, and it's right next to the portal, and no faffing about, and we can go from there, see how much of that plan can be established. It depends on whether I can find some turtles, at least with the turtle egg stuff. But the pufferfish shouldn't be too hard. You just swim around and try not to drown and try not to be poisoned by them, because you get close to them and they puff up like real pufferfish, and then they bite you. So, cue the music and wish me luck. We have the bunnies. We have the pufferfish. And After an exhaustive 3-hour search, the end of which I rage quit, and then after a good sleep, I found them the next morning 10 minutes in, only to realise the little buggers were somewhere I'd already searched. We have the turtle eggs. Oh my goodness, that was such a pain in the ass. I didn't realise how hard it was to find eggs. Well, turtles. But I'll just put that back where I like it. I made this area for the turtles. I did a bit of a search for, like, you know, turtle egg farming, or scoot farming technically. I didn't like it because they have an area where the turtles, you know, where the babies hatch, and then they go under because they go instinctively towards water. There's water down there, and then this is only in their designs only 1 block wide. So when they turn into a grown up and they make the scoot that we need for the turtle helmet for the potion, they die. They suffocate on the walls. So I've made mine a little bit more friendly by making it too wide, and it slowly pushes you, it took a bit of fiddling with the water stream, towards this hopper. And then the hopper goes into, predictably, a chest. So, the bunnies are easy. I just put them in a container where they can't jump over the walls, because they can jump two blocks high, and then just keep giving them carrots. Probably not golden carrots, but definitely carrots. Sadly, I will have to murder them regularly, but it's the simplest farm. I've also got some cats from there's actually a village over there with a hovering rock island. I don't know. There's a village there. So I grabbed some cats, a few to just be around the farm because mobs really like smashing turtle eggs, and one because another place you can get phantom membrane and rabbit feet is from letting your cat sleep with you at night. So I thought I could just it's not terribly good odds, but at least I'll get a few that way. It may even actually be statistically better, because this one's, I think it's like 10% or 20% or something, and this one's much less. Even with a looting 3 sword, you can get it up to 17%, but I think it's like 5 by default. And I don't think my sword is looting. My sword is mostly what I call the getaway sword, as in you hit it and they get away from you. Plus fire, because, fire rocks. So I have to probably make another sword for the sad murdering of bunnies. But I really only need like a few, because I don't think I'm going to be needing like double jump a lot. But it shows that I know what I'm doing, or I know enough of what I'm doing for it to work. But this will take a while, because the eggs, when you put them down, they only hatch at night, and it's usually about 3 or 4 days, Minecraft days, before they hatch. Oops. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. I have to get my silk touch. Another rule with these things: don't stand on them, because they break, and they don't come back. So you'll go put one down, and then you walk on them, and they just smush. which, you know, being eggs, that's not surprising. One thing I forgot to mention, because I'm trying to do a slightly more animal friendly farm, I put gates in here so that when they grow up and all the scoots are where they're supposed to be, I can just open the gates and you know, they can go free and then just hang around. They can be spares if I run out of eggs. I will try and kind of wrangle two to permanently be in here making eggs if I want to make more potions, which I still haven't figured out why people want to go super slow, because that seems to be the primary effect of the potion, the Turtle Master potion. I think there's some kind of resistance, like increased resistance, like I don't know which resistant, if it's like all elements or just fire or just water, or I don't know, whatever. I'll have a go and have a play later, do a bit more research. I'm doing a lot of research lately. So I'm already, it's going to take a while. It's probably going to take a whole nother day, or one of my days, which is like 5 or 6 hours max, to get enough scoots to have like, I don't know, 3 or 4 turtle shells so that I can put it into the potion. I have no idea with them, but I presume I'm going to just cycle between breeding, murdering, and watching turtles hatch, and probably fighting off monsters. I may have to put like a wall. I put quite a lot of torch spam around just because that's old school. You always put lots of torches around. But I'll see. So from here I'm going to cut and off camera spend a whole day breeding turtles and sadly breeding and murdering rabbits to get the stuff that I need. And then I'll go through the nether. This is the very far away, so it's actually quite perilous journey to go from here back to base. And then spend probably an hour or so brewing all the related potions and stuff. And then I'll cut back, and it'll look like it's really easy. You know, you'll be convinced. Honest. See you soon. And we uncut. Or cut away, cut to. I don't know what the terminology is. So after 2 days, I've gotten all of at least the base potions done. The hardest was actually the gas tier one. Regeneration. I don't think I'll use that very often. Mostly I'm going to be using the water breathing, and that for the potion of weakness for doing, you know, the villager stuff, which sounds horrible, and the fire resistance, so I can go back to the fortress and get more blaze rods and stuff. Up the top are the ones that are produced. You get this one, I think that's night vision, and then that should be invisibility. So you get the night vision potion and you put it back in with a fermented spider eye, and you get the so-called corrupted version of them. I didn't realize it wasn't actually that complex. But I have at least one of each. Some of them have a lot, and some of them have just the one on the board. But it's pretty good. The waiting for the turtles to grow up, or hatch and then grow up, was kind of long and arduous, but also kind of amusing. I basically just sort of sat in my the box. I don't know if you can see on the footage, but I sat in a box and watch movies. That worked. It's a little bit of a hassle, and I probably need to do it a bit more efficiently. I discovered that the bar that was across the, there was an area for them to hatch, and then they would get drawn to the water, and I put a half slab above the block next to the water, and they were supposed to only, the little ones are supposed to only get in there. And I noticed, I took it down because the bigger ones could go under there as well. I realised when I went back to the tutorial that actually you're supposed to put the half block on the ground, because they can both get under it, but they can't both get over it. So it's a block and a half height from the water. So I've done that. There isn't footage of it though. But I'm pretty happy. That's a lot of fuss, and I'm definitely sick of turtles. And I like turtles. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna necessarily do next time. I'm thinking a kind of one that should be about being at home at this base for a little while. I don't want to do the same thing all the time. I don't want to get bored and make it harder for me to focus. So we'll see what happens next week, next episode. But for now, thank you for coming with me on this journey to discover how potions work. I'm glad they're not as complicated as I thought they were. Hopefully you can continue escorting me on the process of learning new things in Minecraft. Until next time, ara ni tasa.